First of all, most important is establishing ongoing practice, consistent practice, and that allow you, more aware, cultivating the capacity of awareness, connection, and transformation of the patterns, and the deeper embodiment is ongoing basis, yeah. And that's increasing, again, over time, continuously increasing the capacity. So then in everyday, activity, yeah, and experience, interaction, so on, when you notice now slow this ongoing practice, you're able to more notice in the contraction. So what that means is if you can more notice in the contraction, and that means before you react, yeah, the energy reaction is like, is most of the time you're not aware the energy of anger or the energy of whatever, dynamic, it just like exploded. Yeah, exploded. Just go out to someone else, And so before goes out, 1,000 miles away, suddenly this awareness, oh, I'm feeling the contraction before the exploding, then you're pouring the energy back, basically. So with that awareness, the benefit is there already. So the reaction would be much more or less intense or less violent, less explosive. Yeah, so that's right there. It's a huge benefit. It's like you're cutting down half of the damage already. At least half, okay? Then if you say, if I have more, capacity already, slow the practice, not only noticing the contraction, but you're able to soften the contraction, able internally relaxing to the contraction, able to feel some level of centeredness, empowerment coming back to yourself before you react, respond. By doing that, you're cutting probably at least, 3/4 of the damage. So what I'm trying to say is the pattern of reaction is still there. But slow the practice over time, you're generating more capacity, minimizing this intensity or frequency of reaction. Right. Then naturally you're reducing the damage. Right?
Yes.
So expect yourself to be perfect. Yeah. While you're doing that, naturally, you can, over the time, you can observe, oh, I'm more stressed in the same similar circumstance. I'm more relaxed, less stressed in the same circumstances. Oh, not only I'm more aware, I'm start to responding, more calmly, more gently, even more lovingly. Oh, now I'm approaching in a new solution, a new response. Before even the verbal response might be same, but the energy charge, the emotional charge with that verbal response starts softening. That's huge. So then over the time, again, the deeper pattern shifting, then the communication, even the words can be different. The choice, all the choice you're making beyond all habit start to be different.
Nice.
So another suggestion in this context of the question is really important. Actually, I've been aware of that, but haven't really communicating, with the students in the past in such tangible way. And I was think of that when I was taking a walk. And during the lunch break, when you guys doing the session, I was taking a walk to the nature, and that is one of my favorite things to do. But then I realizing one of the benefits of walking in the nature, there's so many benefits, but one of the benefits is really, I'm creating some spaciousness. From life, from family, from whatever, even from work, whatever. I'm creating this spaciousness for myself by providing some distance, actually. And that's just so important, so important. And yes, when we're able to, like, for example, right now, when you're doing a retreat, you're creating some kind of energetic spaciousness from everyday life activity, everyday patterns, because you're engaging, with me, with the team, with each other in new kind of activity, hours, So you're less entangled with kids, with families, with work, with all these familiar, activity and patterns. Of course, the pattern is there. But now you are pouring yourself back, so to speak. You're feeling more spaciousness, Especially when you do that, 7 days, even more. That's why in the past, the most powerful healing can happen. Usually people leave home, go to a retreat, stay there, for 7 days, even longer, In China, this retreat minimum time is 1 month, 4 weeks long. In the past, students come into the center here in Santa Fe, stay 1 week or longer, but some students have done a retreat as long as 8 weeks. And it's very different. So you're creating that spaciousness, by creating this distance from what's in front of you in everyday life. So with that understanding, when you do the practice every day, ideally, you have your own room to practice. The kids is doing something else, your spouse is doing something else, everyone else is doing something else, but you're like, okay, this is my practice room, I'm going to do this, So one of the benefits is you're creating this spaciousness for yourself. And that is so important. It's so beneficial. Actually, it's so needed in our life. Not to mention, while you're doing the practice, it's the best way of self-care. It's the best way of reducing stress. It's the best way of reconnecting with yourself. Connecting with energy, connecting with new experience, what is possible. So once you understand that, realizing, now since in everyday life, no matter how much time you spend on practice, and the rest of time is still engaging all regular activity, quite busy, one thing to another, one thing to another. So it's like, so it's important for you to kind of understand, on one hand, life is busy, life is challenging, but on the other hand, it's the importance of having more spaciousness for yourself. Including, as I say, take a walk to the nature yourself. And spend some time in your own room, besides just practice. So that kind of physical distance, creating a spaciousness. So then you do, at times, like, okay, things so intense in the family, you might want to just leave the house, go out, do the practice. Then suddenly you have a new level of, connection, appreciation when you're ready to come back. So yes, we know when we are in the middle of action, the middle of activity, in the middle of response, reaction, middle of the challenge, it's very difficult to change these old patterns, yeah. So consciously creating more distance, including, physical distance, help you to move through these challenges more effectively.